Hi guys, welcome to Chris Ryan Golf. We are at the Belfry once again today. We're in the Callaway fitting suite, and today we're looking at the difference between hybrids and long irons, and maybe looking at which one is going to be best for your game. I've got myself a 4-iron here, and I've got myself a hybrid with about the equivalent loft. I think it's a degree different, but it's about the equivalent loft. We're going to hit a couple of shots with TrackMan. We're going to have a look at the numbers. We're going to see what's different with the ball flight, and then we can maybe discuss which one's going to be better for your game and whether maybe you should change some of your long irons to some of these hybrid clubs. We're going to hit the 4-iron first, and I'm just going to hit 2 shots, and we're just going to isolate 3 kind of sets of numbers that we're looking at. We're going to look at the launch angle, so that's the angle at which that ball takes off. We're going to look at the height, so that's the sort of apex of how high that ball goes, that's measured in feet. And we're looking at the land angle. So the land angle is the angle at which the ball comes down into the ground. The steeper that land angle is, the quicker the ball will stop. So just 3 numbers. So I'm going to hit the 4-iron first and see what kind of numbers we get. I'm going to pop these up on the screen so you can see. Okay, pretty good shot. Pretty happy with that one. Okay, so launch angle 10. You can see the numbers there. Height about 83, maybe, well, 83 and a half. And launch, descent angle 42. And that's pretty good as well. That might be a touch lower. I think we were 84, weren't we, in the height before? Yeah, so a touch lower, about 10 feet lower. Land angle therefore came down a little bit, and you see the launch angle down under 10 degrees. They were 2 pretty good 4-irons for me. That was about the flight I would expect. The second one was maybe a little bit lower, but that's a pretty standard ball flight. So we're now going to go for the hybrid. Equivalent loft, but obviously a different style of head. So let's go ahead and hit a couple of shots, see what's going to happen. Now, I don't need the TrackMan to tell me that's a different flight. That was incredibly different. You can see that the height was up to 110, well, 111 and a bit. The land angle went up to nearly 50, and the launch angle went up by almost 2 degrees, up to 12, well, a bit more than 2 degrees, 12 and a bit now. And just going to hit one more. Probably not too dissimilar. Yeah, a little bit different. So launch angle 14, height over 100, and land angle 44.1. Massive, massive difference in how that ball went through the air, okay? The TrackMan is giving me the numbers. I didn't need the TrackMan to see they were completely different flights. It wasn't a slight difference. It wasn't a little bit of a, maybe that was high. It was an incredibly different flight. This hybrid is going to launch higher. It is going to go higher, and it is going to land softer. If you feel that's what you need in your long irons, then absolutely you need to change for these. With the long irons, they will launch considerably lower than a hybrid equivalent, even though the lofts might be the same. The key thing here is if they launch lower, you need a significantly more amount of speed in the golf ball to get any kind of height or flight on that. Many of the golfers I see don't unfortunately have enough club head speed to get these 4-irons working. Okay? If I'm going to hit another 4-iron here, and I'm going to make a much slower slower swing. Okay, so I'm going to make a slower swing and see what happens to those numbers. So much slower swing, still a good strike, and it still went straight. Watch what happens to the height. The height now comes down to 44, and the land angle came down to 28. That is such a shallow land angle. It is such a low ball flight. It's not because I was technically poor. It's not because my mechanics were wrong in my golf swing. It's because I didn't have enough speed to get that ball into the air. So you need a decent amount of clubhead speed to be able to even get these long irons to a point where they're flying to be a functional ball flight, if you like. Okay, 28-degree land angle. I cannot land that ball on a green and stop it. With that clubhead speed, I have to use a hybrid club to be able to stop that ball on the green, to be able to get some kind of control. If you are swinging that club up over 90 miles an hour, then absolutely you get the option. You can either choose your long irons or you can choose your hybrids. I can hit my long irons luckily high enough that I keep them in the bag. The purpose of this video is to explain the differences and the types of golfer who might want to use the long irons, who might want to use the hybrids. I would hazard a guess that the majority of the people watching this video would be much better to use the long irons. Okay, maybe keep the 5-iron in, but certainly the 4 and the 3, I would suggest swapping them for the hybrids. The same golf swing is going to give you much more height on the ball. It's going to give you much more control when it lands, and they're ultimately easier to hit because of their head design. It's not worth persevering with these. I get so many people coming to me and saying, I can't hit the long irons. I don't get much distance from them, but I don't get much height from them. Unfortunately, it's not mechanics. It's not the technical side of the golf swing. It's the speed that they have in their golf swing. Unless we can get another 20 miles an hour, which is difficult, they're better off swapping to the hybrids. So hopefully that kind of gave you a bit of an insight into the differences. It's well worth trying some different hybrids and trying to find the one that suits you, because everyone's kind of differently balanced and differently weighted, appearance is different, feel is different, all that kind of stuff. So it's well worth trying a few. If you can find one that you're comfortable with, much better on the course. You're going to find that your scores come tumbling down because you can hit those long shots better and get closer to the flag. So a little bit more of an informative video, not much golf swing based, not much drills, but just some information that might leave you in a better place to sort of make some more educated decisions, and that might in turn help you shoot some lower scores when you get out on the golf course. So thanks for watching the video. Any comments you've got, you can post those in the boxes down below. There's a like button if you like the video, and if you haven't done it, then please subscribe to my channel. There is a link in the description somewhere down there, and that'll just get you free access to my channel and a notification when I upload a video, so you won't miss any of the content. Okay, so thanks again for watching, guys, and we will see you again next time.